time it is for you. For me, it's about 4 o'clock in the evening. Just sort of heading out on a little ride really, 'cause I'm a bit bored. I'll start off by saying thank you to the people that left comments on the last YouTube video. They were very much appreciated. They tallied up with what I personally thought, which is a good thing. Again, I apologise on that one for the mic sensitivity was on 2, not 1. I thought I'd changed it back down, turns out I hadn't. So that was that. So if you watched my last video, you'll know that I explained why I'm motovlogging now, why I've only now just, well, I say past month or so, got the drift ghost and this helmet. And the helmet's the big part of the story in this one. And it was because Quads In, which are a UK seller, I can't remember where they're based. They're based fairly about an hour and a half away from me, which is Leicestershire. I think it's Northamptonshire. They sell helmets and paddock stands and anything motorcycle related. They pretty much sell, and their helmets, which were produced by, like most of their stuff, which is produced by Quads In, it recently made the news. It made MCE. They wrote a piece on it in their blog. And these helmets were just advertised as the Euro compliant, European client. It met the safety standards, which is EC something or other. I'll put everything I haven't mentioned anything and I sort of don't know. I'll put it on screen. That way we all know what I'm talking about. And it came to light that this gentleman was riding a motorcycle, was on a low speed collision. There's not really been the ins and the outs on it. All we know is it was a low speed accident. And this guy's motorcycle helmet shattered, and being a low speed accident, it shouldn't have shattered. So this sort of left questions really of the actual safety of the helmets, in which in the end they were Cheshire Council were notified, and they conducted experiments on 3 helmets. Each helmet failed, so yeah, not a good time for them. And Jesus Christ, a lot of shit. In the process of these 3 helmets failing, the company and director was fine. The numbers that I seem to stick in my mind is 15 grand to the company. They were fined with an additional 25 grand sort of additional costs. So for them, for the company itself, that's about £40,000, and for the director, he personally got 1,200, which I think is very light. He was fined that much, as well as another, again, £25,000 additional costs. So that's 26,120. Add that all together with my very basic maths, comes to 66,000. No, yeah, 66,000 and something pound. It's a substantial amount. And it sort of comes back to this question. It comes back to this point was you're riding a motorcycle. A helmet sort of has your back, well, your head, so to speak. And buying a helmet, you would expect there's regulations there for a reason to start with, and you'd expect the manufacturers to actually be meeting these qualifications, but they don't. And I looked at, well, I used to have a Q-Tech helmet, and it cost me £60, and it wasn't, luckily, unluckily, how you want to look at this, it wasn't one of the affected ones. Out of the 3 they tested, from what I can understand, this wasn't an affected one. So technically my helmet was considered safe. I don't see myself being really skeptical, but I was, no, that was it for me. I decided pretty much there and then I was buying a new helmet, and that's what I did the following day, the K-Bird Duke S2, which is the one I'm wearing now. I got it from Sutton's in Tamworth. They're the Honda dealer over that way, and they very helpful, never had a problem with them before. Brought many pieces of gear, gloves, boots, jacket. Brought a second-hand CBF 125 from them, 2011 it was, and he didn't have a problem with it. I've never had a problem with any of my gear. I did have an issue, that's a lie, sorry, I did have an issue with my boots. One of the toe slider screws fell out. I just took them back, gave them the receipt, and they replaced the screw for me. They walked up to the shelf, grabbed this boot, walked back, 2 seconds later, there you go sir, there's your boot. Very helpful. So I went there, and I believe I mentioned in the last video that this helmet cost me £155, which is quite a bit more than my Q-Tech helmet, which at the time only cost £60. And I posted this in various groups about the MCE article, and there was a lot of, oh, you buy cheap, you get cheap. And yes, that's true. That's why the regulations are there. I did speak to some other chaps in there as well. They said they had Q-Tech helmets, but they weren't affected, so they were going to continue using them. Personally, for me, I didn't want to use it, and that's just a personal preference thing. But no thank you. So that's really why, that ties in with the last video of why I've only just really started motovlogging, why I've only just got the Drift Ghost S, and that's it really. Leave it there because I think I've been rambling on for way too long, and these roads, I forget, get a bit more tighter and not less pleasant, but you've got to be a bit more on your guard. So yeah, again, thank you very much for the support on the last video. Again, if you wouldn't mind giving any feedback for this one, say it's better, say it's worse, say this is why it's better, this is why it's worse, that'd be greatly appreciated. So once again, thank you, and I shall see you in the next one.